Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to show you how I made this cute little mini berry basket. It's another great way to use your berry basket die. So let me set this aside and we'll get started. Okay, the first thing you're going to need is a piece of Mossy Meadow cardstock. I've cut this 4 inches by 8.5 inches, and I'm ready to build my sandwich. So I have my cutting pad, then my berry basket die, and I'm going to set my cardstock on the basket half of the die, and then my final cutting pad, and I'm ready to run this through the Big Shot. The next piece I'm going to need is a piece of cardstock, also Mossy Meadow, that I have cut 1.5 inches by 8.5 inches, and I've placed this tape on my die so that it's an easy reference guide. What I'm looking for are these two cutouts on my berry basket. So I want to lay my cardstock on top of the basket, covering those 2 holes. And that's fairly simple to do if you don't want to use the tape on your die. You simply want to lay it over the top of those 2 holes, centering it. And then my last cutting pad to complete that sandwich. And this is what you have after you run it through the Big Shot. So I am now ready to start assembling my berry basket. You're going to need your Stampin' Trimmer for this next step, and I'm going to crease the berry basket on the crease line so that you can see this a little easier. What I'm looking for is one of the crease lines, and I'm going to set this on my trimmer at the 1.5 inch mark. Now you might notice I'm not butting it up against the top here because the berry basket has this little flare to it, so it's a little easier to lower it on your guide so that you can see both the top and the bottom score line are on there. And once again, this is at the 1.5 inch mark, and I'm going to cut. So now I have 2 pieces. So to assemble the berry basket, I'm simply going to add a little multi-purpose adhesive to this. And I'm going to put these 2 pieces together, and I like the multi-purpose adhesive because it allows you to move things around a little bit. I'm lining up those score lines so it's nice and even, and that the berry basket will stand up straight. I'm going to take my side piece here and also score with my fingers on those score lines and fold them. And then I'm going to set this berry basket side piece in and adhere it down. And once again, I'm using my multi-purpose adhesive and laying it on top. I'll set this aside so I can show you the next step, which is a designer series piece of paper. I happen to use the In the Meadows for this project. It's a lovely paper for fall, and we're going to take our Simply scoreboard and lay it here. So I'm going to lay it on the board, and I'm going to score it at the 3 1/4, 4 7/8, 8 inch, and 9 5/8 inch. So you want to gently fold those on the score lines that you've just created. There we go. And I am going to adhere this with my snail. So I've got that top square put together, and I've got my bottom berry basket, and I am going to set that on the inside, and I'm going to slide it up and make sure that it fits perfectly. And this time it works and everything fits. If by chance it's a little tight, you can take your paper snips and just trim slightly on these beveled or edges that flare out and adjust for that. The next thing we're going to do is use our mini stapler. I love this because it makes projects quick and easy. I'm going to slide this designer series paper trim all the way up to the top and make sure that it's level, and then I am simply going to take my stapler and I am going to staple 1, 2, 1 on each side, turn it around and do the back side. Same thing. And I'm doing it about in the middle of the designer series paper so that it balances, and then I am going to do 1 on each side, also in the middle of the paper. There we go, so 6 staples, and my berry basket is ready to be filled. Now I've taken some holiday candy and simply put it in one of our cello bags, and I've tied it with this cute little cotton ribbon into the woods, and I'm simply going to place that into my berry basket. Okay, I've got my berry basket filled and I'm ready to decorate it. I happen to be using the sentiment set A Little Something. I love this set. It's great for the fall holidays because it covers everything, including just some all occasion sentiments. What I've done is taken the A Little Something for You sentiment and I've colored it with my rich razzleberry and old olive Stampin' Right markers, and I've mounted the 1 3/8 inch circle onto our 1 3/4 inch scallop circle, and I've paper pierced the scallops to give it a little extra something. I'm simply going to take a little bit of my multi-purpose glue and put some on the back, and then I am ready to adhere this to my berry basket. I'm doing it right front and center, and there you go, a quick and easy gift for someone special. If you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. It's open 24/7, and you can get there from my blog, www.stampwithjinny.com. Thanks for joining me.